What are some of the other teams that are in contenders that you're like, hey, these guys super close to making it into the NPL? What is that they're just a step away from making it?
Well, real talk, if we're going to talk about teams that I think we should keep an eye on in the contenders, Team Gates, Elder Wolves. I think that we might actually see our first rivalry coming out of contenders.
Right.
Because what ended up happening was it was kind of back and forth there towards the end, and Team Gates actually hot dropped onto Elder Wolves in one of their games. And I think the second to last game for the qualifiers was preseason. And then naturally the Elder Wolves guys, they kind of got into a little bit of skirmish. Didn't necessarily come out, but ended up doing damage to both squads. And then Elder Wolves then started hunting down Team Gates, who was right on the cusp of making it into the NPL. And I gotta say, we don't know how that would have played out.
You're cutting out a major element of this story.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and talk about the most expensive teabag ever.
Elder Wolves was not hunting Gates down.
True.
Because for no particular reason, all right? LANdooon got a kill. They got one kill, and he went, and as he said, the most expensive teabag ever, because basically, arguably cost them a contender spot because of it. But other teams that we're kind of keeping an eye on as well.
Oh no, Zionite grenaded himself. What happened?
You hate to see it, but here comes the push from Soniqs. Yaxley LANdooon going to be leading the charge on top of third line in Mardones from Lego Your Ego. Here come the other members of the Soniqs, Tony V and Smithy following in suit. They're trying to capitalize on Lego Your Ego, and for right now they have the advantage, but can they play it perfectly in this close quarter combat situation? Already going to be suffering from this detrimental loss as Yaxley goes down.
My goodness, phase 4 proven to be quite detrimental for many players. Zenith Esports eliminated at 15th. We saw GG Well Played take out a whole bunch of players on Elder Wolves right there. You'll see Heffa coming in with a kill on Nyx. LANdooon is gonna solo player for Soniqs, gonna hang tight. He's gonna see him here. Oh no!
You got to take these shots right here, LANdooon. You can't let them creep up. I know you were waiting for the perfect opportunity, but that time has come and gone. LANdooon, now any shots you get out on this Lego Your Ego squad are going to be immediately returned back. But here comes the third-party action. Perhaps waiting was the right play. He's going to be taking some shots, fully going to be exposing his position. So now Lego Your Ego has to look for this unknown threat, the solo player from Soniqs, LANdooon, spraying and praying around this compound.
My gosh, that was amazing patience on LANdooon's hand there. He's flashed now. He doesn't see anything. Zetas goes down. Mardones. My goodness, so many team knocks.
Lucy, the second team knock here for Lego Your Ego. You got to think they were winning this engagement after that first team knock with the grenade onto Lego Your Ego. Soniqs got absolutely decimated, but now what is happening to Lego Your Ego? LANdooon is flipping the tables.
Oh, I don't know. Well, we saw Elder Wolves just scope out LANdooon. I thought maybe he was going to push on that as he knew one was down, and he could have just taken that 1v1, but was that what gave them the opportunity to... Oh, I thought he was going to shoot him right there. Gave him an opportunity to res up, and now it's a 1v2 situation.
He definitely saw Zydus. He's going to be peeking around the right side of the wall, able to spot him down, and LANdooon is showing exactly that PUBG skill that we've known and loved from this player since he stepped into the scene, whether it be on Noble, whether it be on Team Gates, or now Soniqs. He's going to be doing whatever he can to say, I'm one of the top fraggers in the NPLC.
Absolutely, LANdooon. My goodness, what amazing map movement there. He knew exactly how to rotate around that compound, and he totally just chipped away at Lego Your Ego 1 by 1. And now it's 1v1 Sonic LANdooon versus the remaining member of Lego Your Ego. I thought they were going to go ahead and take each other on because of kills. Gotta have get those kills.
And this is something that you almost
oh no!
You almost never see, Lucy. Oh wow! And
this we are seeing a lot of though. These Murados are flipping like crazy.
Yeah. So you saw that, but the rarer thing to see was the fact that all 4 members of this squad were compacted into that vehicle like sardines. Pretty much a big no-no in competitive PUBG. You want to try to diversify your risk. You don't want your entire team to essentially be decimated by one spray off of an enemy that you happen to be passing. But then Who knows? Maybe it was fate that flipped that car and said, you know what, guys, 4 guys in the vehicle, not going to be safe. Let's put you guys on your feet and see where you're going to be able to roll to. For all of these teams to have to maneuver, pretty much reinvent, and the most secure position on the far eastern side of the circle. But as far as the north and northwest goes, gonna have to be watching these corners very carefully. Slow movement will be the name of the game as Reinvent picks up their 10th kill of the game. Absolutely on a rampage. The members, though, of Halo Clan Gaming walk right into LANdooon of Soniqs. He picks up a nice 1-2 count.
Wow.
But Lucy, unbelievable to just see that happen right there. You hate to see it if you're Halo Clan Gaming, but you love to see it if you're Soniqs. They needed this huge game. We talked about how maybe they were in a tough spot in the early game trying to make that rotation, but LANdooon is championed. He has brought their squad into at least a top 4 position here in game number 1 of week 4. And with 4 kills to boot, they're not looking at too bad of points. Meters to go before they will be safe. But how does LANdooon play this? He's hearing the shots from both of the angles, sort of pinching him into this, and he's playing it just the way he needs to. Throw as many smokes as possible, try to get that concealment, and hopefully have the room to work with to get to the next piece of hard cover. But the grenades will be flying. The number 3 and big continue to peek.
Oh my God!
Holy crap!
What just happened?
Unbelievable. LANdooon is the squad wiper here in game number 1. Took out the entirety of Reinvent just there trying to peek around the side of the smoke, picking up 3 more kills, 7 kills in total now for the Soniqs. And now it's a fight for the chicken dinner against Lego Your Ego, a 1v2 situation. And if there's anything that has been shown to us so far in this game, it's that LANdooon 1v2, that's a cakewalk. Give them 3 and we might start to see a challenge.
LANdooon, you're nuts. This is exactly what Soniqs needs. As you said, they are in the bottom 5 and they need to get out into the top 10 so that they can get out of relegation. It's a solo LANdooon versus perhaps was able to pick up the crate weapon. Not sure exactly what he was able to get there. But now they've got Lego Your Ego, Mardones, and Zionite holding angles on LANdooon, just waiting for him to pop out.
Oh, and he's going to be spotting out Mardones lying down. Took a bit of a return fire, dropping him down to 20 HP, but a huge spot. That was incredibly impactful for LANdooon to be able to see Mardones in that prone position, trying to get that southern flank on him. Tries to go back around, tries to get the shot off, but Mardones is lying in wait. M16 headshot will be taking out LANdooon, a.k.a. the squad killer. But what a game for both of those teams, Lucy. Soniqs, they needed it. Lego Your Ego, they needed it too. We talked about these incredible performances that Lego Your Ego has been putting up in terms of numbers.
No, this is great. I love, first of all, LANdooon, you're nuts. That was an amazing game. Kudos to you for your squad. And kudos to Lego Your Ego, bringing that same energy, that same performance from last week, bringing the consistency into the final week here of the Contenders.
LANdooon, he's got some highlights coming up.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Whew, that was insane. I mean, Halo Clan Gaming, they tried to come down off of that northern position in the C block, the barracks, a pretty dominant power position that Soniqs had previously held. Come up, you gotta check those bushes, Lucy. You gotta check those bushes. LANdooon sprays him down. We thought maybe he was gonna have a tough time, but when Reinvent started circling around on that northern flank, I don't think anyone expected LANdooon to come up with a triple kill in a squad wipe.
Yeah, Reinvent, clearly it felt like they just, because they had the numbers, perhaps were a little too confident going into that fight, thinking that they were able to hold that up and verse whoever was nearby, perhaps assuming that there was only a solo nearby, and oh my gosh, it literally was not what I was expecting to go down.
No, and those are the members of Soniqs that we were expecting to see show up and play. They've had some tough weeks, and no one really knows what it is, but by God, does it feel good.
First steps north in front of you. To your right. Nice! Heal, heal, heal. There's some first steps. Reinvent's gonna be in there prone. Use your nades.
Left, left, left,
Further left, further left.
You're nice!
Careful west now.
Players up, Mustache Dave, all up. Crew, Reinvent. Looks like, yeah, Soniqs as well. Goodness, versus the 3 remaining, oh no, even the Happy Campers. So we've only got Trevor, solo player.
Oh, LANdooon, that was actually LANdooon. Insane grenade coming up from the base of this little bit of deflate into the shack, knocking down Charity. Huge to capitalize. You can't fault them for that type of play. It's exactly how you have to play it in these scenarios, especially when you're trying to rack up points, just like Soniqs.
Player One Esports is going to be making a push out into the zone. They're going to get a little bit better coverage of the map. Soniqs as well, trying to advance further into the center to take on some more fights. LANdooon takes David down to his knees.
I want to know if LANdooon dyed his hair something different today. Maybe it's matching the more Soniqs color template.
Turquoise.
He's doing something right. I mean, LANdooon is on fire here in the final week of the NPLC, Lucy. Still, the pressure continues to be flung his direction, and it's this time by Kendo, flanking around the northeastern side of the circle, flushes out two of the members of Trifecta. Nitrogen and Hades will be going down, leaving just Theris and Filthy, but Theris is going to be knocked as well. Filthy now having to champion for his team. Third place. Can Trifecta continue this push, or will the Soniqs end up coming up with it because they are ripping through these teams?
That was huge for Zenith. My goodness, Trifecta had no idea. They were focused, too tunneled in on Soniqs, which gave Zenith an opportunity to collapse onto Trifecta, now leaving them with one player left. Soniqs going to be taking a shot on Lush, knocking him, leaving Kendo all alone, and going to be making that push on Zenith.
Tony V pushing up as well. Three members of Soniqs swarming around. Pretty much solo players for them to have to deal with. But here comes Kendo once again, dropping down Yaxley. And there goes LANdooon as well. A 1v1v1 around the map to end out the final game of the NPLC Contenders. No other way would we wish it to go down like this. Filthy, he's taking some damage. Kendo has landed one shot, dropping him down. And there goes the spray. Now Kendo from Zenith Esports versus Tony V of Soniqs.
Oh, and there we have it. Just as you stopped there, Soniqs with a huge win, 10 kills. That's 20 points for them. Congratulations, as this is the closeout of Phase 1 for the NPL Contenders. What an exciting ending. Zenith having to be excited for themselves as well, as they netted themselves 9 kills and a second place finish.
Yeah, they're going to be some Another big thing that I see Soniqs having an incredible game. They picked up the win there off of the back of Tony V in that final 1v1v1 situation. That brings them out of a possible almost dangerous relegation territory position all the way into the money. 6th place is where Soniqs will be finishing out Phase 1 of the NPLC. But Lucy,